Today, whether in the United States or China, artists are generally facing a survival crisis. They are increasingly marginalized and losing their sense of presence. This is not simply an economic issue, it's a structural contradiction. So today, I want to explore a fundamental question. Why has the art world evolved into such a harsh and unfavorable ecosystem? To understand this, we need to move beyond the surface-level observations and examine the core dynamics. In any industry, there are two sides, supply and demand. From the supply side, both in China and the US, the number of art school graduates continue to rise. Supply is in a state of explosion. Now look at the demand side. The market remains concentrated in top-tier galleries and auction houses, with transactions heavily focused on a small number of star artists. This creates a severe imbalance, an oversupply that makes survival extremely difficult for most artists. So today, let's focus on the demand side. Why is demand for art is so concentrated at the top? Do ordinary people really not need art? What exactly is causing the growing distance between the public and art? In the eyes of the public, art has long been seen as something elevated and untouchable. Even artists themselves often deliberately maintain a distance from the masses, because once you begin to serve a broader audience, you are immediately labeled as too commercial, even vulgar. Meanwhile, works that no one understands are more easily considered high art. But I want to correct this misconception. This was not inherent to art from the beginning. The idea that art must be difficult to understand is a relatively modern construct, one that took shape after Marcel Duchamp and his famous urinal moment that helped usher in contemporary art. Since then, the value of art has no longer been determined by the audience, but by the system. When only a small group holds the power of interpretation and they can define artistic value, control prices, and enable capital to enter as an investment force. In this framework, art that appeals to everyone is not seen as inferior. It is simply less suitable as an investment asset. Ironically, being incomprehensible becomes a feature that enhances the investment value. But here is the deeper issue. In the industrial age, it was not a problem that ordinary people did not engage with art. They had to devote their time to production and survival. But today, more and more people are gradually stepping away from industrial labor. So the real question is, should we begin to rethink and redefine both human value and the value of art? Because if we don't, is it really only artists who are facing a survival crisis?